Good evening, it is CryptoFit from the UK. Today's a little bit of a special episode, and I'll tell you the reason why. It's because it is my birthday today. 37 years old. I definitely feel a little bit older than that sometimes, that's for sure. But I spoke to CryptoEasy and I said I was going to launch a video on my birthday today, so I am the official king of the day. And if you like this channel, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, ask any questions that you want. And now I've got a link down below pinned in the top messages that if you like the content, you can buy me a coffee. No obligation on doing that whatsoever, but it helps me support doing what I do. So today I really want to talk about how fast this has all progressed. I mean, bearing in mind that we're just month 5 coming up very, very shortly, and I'm just so proud of the entire team, and I'm proud of our community, really am. And even when conversation gets a little bit heated, you know, there's always somebody to, you know, talk us back down and remember why we were all doing this for. And the real reason why I've been doing this channel is to help people to know about Seifu. And I've got nearly 3,000 views, 82 subscribers. I've got a little bit of a following on Twitter now, and I absolutely love it. It's actually helped me cure a little bit of my anxiety. Just to give you an idea, I mean, in the past I used to do meetings in front of hundreds of people, and then C19 happened, and then that was a massive loss for me, and I lost a lot of confidence. And doing these talks on YouTube, doing these AMAs, I did one with CryptoEasy, and just talking, I absolutely loved talking to both of them, and I really want to help out and do some more live AMAs. Daniel Prado, get me involved with one of them, please. You know, I would really want to weigh in on the UK side, even though the information is all there. I think you know, we can still beef up the UK market. Chalk Talk, if you want to do one, by all means hit me up. And yeah, I like your idea, Chalk Talk, about becoming a digital nomad by the age of 50. I have a slightly different idea to you, but yeah, I'm hoping that with our idea that we can actually start building something new and exciting for us. So in the past, I've run businesses before. C19 killed it. And I really want to get that sense of success back. And the way of me getting involved in Seifu and getting involved in YouTube was simply to get in there. Right, so just a quick catch up on the news. We're a little bit below the $20 mark, but that's not a problem. That is fantastic news, because we can all buy a little bit more. Even if it's 1 Seifu or 3 or 10 or 100 Seifu, it still means that you can get into an amazing project. And I'm also going to put my Binance thing, my Binance referral link below. So I buy all my currency from Binance, and no matter how small it is, it's got to be about $15 at least. And my personal referral is down there. So to get into Seifu, there are other apps available. You would download Binance, you would submit your ID. It takes about 2 or 3 days to get there, and you can make your first purchase. If your purchase is over $50, you get $100 I get $100, and that helps me support my with Seifu, and I can then buy a little bit more and keep on building all of that up. And somebody asked me a question on a chat the other day. It said, why are you called CryptoFit? Because I used to own fitness companies. Before I had a gym, and I also had an academy as well for training personal trainers. So my background is heavily involved in fitnesses, but I've had other businesses that I've worked for global companies. I've worked for UK-based companies, and I've been lucky enough to see a good part of Europe as well, by working in Zurich for a good few months. I really enjoyed that, and it's all led me to now. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, this is the project that's going to help me out the most to get to where we want to be financially inside of a year. I just wanted to tie up a couple of things with my strategy and explain a little bit more why I wanted to have a little bit of the token, and then the coin, and then I wanted to have the nodes. My strategy is so that if I had some of the tokens, that means I can still buy into the tokens for the rest of the 6 months, so from October to 20th to the 1st of March. Now it gives me something a little bit to keep on playing with, and I believe that the token might do a 2 or 3x because of when the tokens are transferred or whatever they're going to do. I think that is going to it's going to make the token go higher. I think Confirm and RM, shout out to you, obviously. I watch your videos every single day when you do them. It's my first video that I wake up to every morning, and you know, Confirm that you do an amazing job. And I wake up to that one, and I think that Confirmant's got the right idea. And then along with later on in the day, I listen to Daniel Prado just as I'm finishing up my normal chores of the day, and I know that he's just done an AMA. I haven't watched it just yet. So that was the first thing, is to keep the tokens going, because I still going to have little bits of cash that I can put into it. Even if it's just $15 or so every now and then. I don't have a huge amount of money, and this is something that I really want to change long term in the future. Buying the nodes was the second strategy. So my idea was to have 3 nodes. I was going to purchase 3 nodes, and I was going to get it on a cloud computer and then have them run all the time. And I think I've been the only one that's been really brave enough. I know the crypto leaders basically said roughly what he believes that it would be based on some maths. I think the light nodes could be, and this is my opinion, could be $20, and my idea was to have 3. So if it did get up to $20 a day, that'd be $60 a day, and then it all rebases for 8 months. And that, if you did the maths on what 3 would get you, along with all the rebases, if I hadn't touched it, that means that would be a very wealthy amount of coin, which is something I'm really bullish on. And nodes, I'm kind of hoping as well that there's some that there is a bit of extra nodes going on in the future, and then I can purchase a full node. I imagine that with the popularity of Seifu and the project as it's been, I think that there's going to be some more availabilities for some more light nodes, for some more full nodes, and I think that's an amazing opportunity there. And then that's my 3 main strategies. Ideally, I want to have 5 small nodes, 1 full node eventually, and then I want to, you know, have the daily income from those, whether it be whatever it is. Really, to be honest, it means that we can achieve some sort of financial freedom from there. And then I think when we get to the middle part of next year, I think it's time that we need to start looking into the projects that Seifu are actually going to release on the Project Skyway that they're running at the moment. Now, I think that there's a really good opportunity with any of those projects. I don't think Brian Legend and his team would let any random project come on board that isn't any good. I think that him and his team would look through the code, make sure that the liquidity of that project is good, and that he's got the right support behind there. So I don't think that this is a bad idea. And I think if they've got 1 or 2 dozen projects involved, and the initial hype of that project will then increase the amount of activity the nodes receive, their marketing team would be able to help them out, I believe. And I think that the ecosystem would not be fully complete, because I have different theories about the blockchain and how it could be awesome. I did learn that India is going to be putting all land sales and property sales onto the blockchain going forward. And I thought that this is an amazing idea, because I did say that, you know, properties could be bought and sold on the blockchain. And I'm thinking to myself that, you know, I didn't think that any country at the moment had that adoption, but it's actually correct that India right now have done it. And if a growing country like that is doing it, then I think the UK and the US will be close enough behind it. And then I don't know about like the other economies like China and et cetera on those ones. But I'd like to see that, you know, we'd start to see in the next 5 years these kind of contracts to be done through a smart contract. And the same with leasing a car, etc., etc. It's perfect to see that. And bank accounts, current accounts, see them on the blockchain. But you've already got those sorts of things with Binance and a couple of other providers. So you can apply for a Binance card, and then you can go into any cash machine and it will take it from your primary source of cryptocurrency so that you can get normal traditional fiat currency out from any cash machine as normal. So I think that I know that the cryptoverse is going to be the main priority in going forward. I have no doubt that it's going to be massive, and it's going to end up with mass adoption in the future. So it's one thing to just get used to, and if you're not in it, start learning about it immediately. If you're young, old, or middle-aged, like I suppose I am middle-aged now, not sure, I don't really like that image, but yeah, I think everybody needs to get used to a brand new way of banking. We've had the same banking system for a really, really long time. The banks and governments have been ripping us off for centuries now. They've been using our money to play with the banks and to make massive profits out of it. And two movies, by the way, that I really love watching is The Big Short and Margin Call. And if you want to know how the big crash started in 2008 onwards, that caused a massive financial collapse like nothing else that we have ever seen before, if you watch both of those movies together, you'll actually massively understand. Now, I've watched those films probably 10 times each, but the big thing is they still, the American government and the British, the American government in particular, a couple of companies realized that the crash was happening. Michael Barry realized that he could see the crash coming about 2 years before, and it's an amazing thing to watch. But we are allowing those massive banking systems to gamble away our mortgages, our pensions, etc., etc. And it's not too dissimilar in the UK either, although the banking systems in America and the UK are regulated. It's easier to see that in the decentralized world that nobody can then take if you bought a house on the blockchain, nobody can then refinance that project, refinance your house on a blockchain, because it's there on your ledger. So there's still a lot of things that I'd imagine there would be a security token or a property token or something along those lines, growing and developing. And I think that there's a really good potential with that. So yeah, I am 37 years old. I've got 2 kids of my own, and I've got 3 kids here with my new partner. And the reason why I'm massively into this is that I can do this in between my normal daily routines. I have 2 children. Well, one's older now, but I've got one child that is autistic, and we have to deal with that every single day. And some days are good days and some days are bad days. We have to make sure that we have everything in order, and well before we do anything, we have to make sure that plans are made, and if they're not fulfilled in any particular way, there's usually some sort of penalty, and we have to do it. And it's a labor of love. I care for him, and we both love doing what we do. And that's the reason why I'm involved in this project, because it's easy to keep a hold of all of the information. So again, I'm going to say goodbye now, because I'm going to go and enjoy a couple of beers and some takeaway food later on today. And I only want to say keep up all the great work that Brian and the team are doing. If you want to wish me a happy birthday and buy me a coffee, there's no obligation, but click the link down below. And my referral code for Binance is below as well. And I'm going to just chuck the Crypto Leads video below, because it really explains how the full node functionality works. You really need to understand this if you're going to buy one. I won't be able to afford one. That's not something that I can afford, but if I'd love to win one, because that would be ultimately life-changing. But the entire project as it sits right now is ultimately life-changing, and I am absolutely completely bullish. I've budgeted in myself to try and buy a couple, 1 or 2 each week, or as and when I've got funds to do so, to make sure that I've got enough holdings for the sacrifice event, because I know where I want to be by this time next year, 30th of June. I'm hoping to then start drawing down any of my earnings once the full rebasis is done. I'm probably not going to do it any time before, because I want to feel the full nature and the full force of all of the APRs put together with the token and the coin and the nodes, and I would build up as much as I can from there. So, one last thing I wanted to mention about the full nodes is that they're not a sunken cost. So if you buy a node for 49,000 US, you can actually, take out, you've got the money. It's not lost. I think that's amazing. I don't know yet anything about the light nodes. I've just got my guesses and my opinions. I want to see what the light nodes are going to be doing. I don't think that they've got any plans to actually tell us just yet about the light nodes and when they're going to become available, how they're going to become available, and things like that. But I'm really excited to look forward for them, and anybody looking to buy a full node, that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, and I think that is absolutely incredible. There's 2 levels. There's the gold and the silver. The gold is for the original OGs that got into Safer well before, and then the silver one is anybody that held at least one Safer within the first 90 days. They are expensive, but it's not money lost, and that's the most important thing. It's not money lost. It's not a sunken cost. So anyway, this is CryptoFitUk. Wish me a happy birthday. I will keep on doing these amazing videos, and I'll try and get as much information out to the public as much as I can. And happy Sunday. Great start to next week. Let's see what happens, and let's get some more content going. If anybody has any questions, by all means send me a message and I'll answer it to the very best that I can. If I don't know the answer immediately, I will find out the right answer using the Discord and looking through the light paper, etc. And you haven't read that, please go and see it on safeux.com, and it's in the top right hand corner saying download the light paper. Anyway, this is CryptoFit from UK. Thank you very much for listening. Love you all, and I'll see you soon.